What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Biker Mike Motors. We are here today at the Gulf Coast IAA yard, Mississippi, with a huge list of cars to check out. They just keep piling more and more into here that fit the bill for me, and it's freezing. Thursday morning, it is about 30 degrees out. There is a wind chill. The wind's blowing, so I apologize if you get any wind noise. But like I said, there's a ton of cars out here, so let's jump into this first one, which is our first one for the day, a 2002 Isuzu Rodeo from Pedal LLC. And if you don't know what Pedal is, look them up. They're a company that buys cars, and a lot of times they buy cars that have issues. This thing has definitely been sitting for a while. It's got a nice layer of dirt all over it. It's got some pretty good paint missing and rust there. It's got a weird dent right there in the hood. Almost maybe something was in there and they tried to shut it. And it's the same way on both sides. Or the hood came all the way back at one point and hit against the hinge there. Probably the better of the two options, but really I don't know for sure. Not too sure. The Pedal cars, mixed bag of cars. I've bought a couple cars from them in the past and had good luck. I've also bought a couple cars from them in the past and found out real quick why they were at auction. So it's a mixed bag. You really got to get out here and check them out. I haven't even seen if this one's listed as runs or drives yet. Let's change it up a little bit, jump right into the back of this one if we can, which we can't. So we're not going to do that. We're going to try to go in through this way. Pedal, like I said, they buy cars that a lot of times do have problems. This one, cosmetically, it's definitely got some issues, and yeah, she's definitely seen better days paint wise. And the body, though, I mean, I'm just trying to look through the dirt and look past the nastiness on the outside of it, and the paint underneath really doesn't look too bad. The body is not too dented up. It's pretty straight in here, but it's been sitting for a while. And usually stuff like this, if it's been sitting, there's a reason for it. And sometimes that reason is something major mechanically happened and it just sat for a while until they decided to call Pedal to come pick it up. So we don't want a parts car. Oh, it smells horrible inside. And I see something in the back that is kind of making my guesses. Oh my God. That just smells like some nasty BO in there. Oh, someone's got, looks like the transmission pan there. I'm not even going to try to sit. That is really, I'm going to hold my breath for a second. You can see the carpet's tore up there. Something looks like it was living in there. Oil change, dude. Let's check. We at least got to look under the hood, though. We're not going to go in it, though. There's not even a sunroof in there, so. You guys are watching the channel for a while know how much I love my sunroof, but I don't even think a sunroof would entice me to get in that thing. That really smells really bad. Really, really bad. Battery from 124. That's surprising. Looks like it's been sitting a lot longer than that. V6 dual overhead cam, 24 valve. I do like these trucks. I can't lie. I'm not gonna go all the way in there, but let's peek in the window. I didn't even see if it was four-wheel drive or not. No, don't look like it. I don't see any buttons or any levers there for four-wheel drive, so it is just a two-wheel drive. Let's check it. The engine, it's full of coolant. Engine looks better than the interior. Check this oil out. Oil is pretty nasty. Really dark, but right where it should be. And it's got a lot of oil leaking there. Maybe that's why someone just kept adding to it as it got low. Didn't bother to change it, but I'm gonna have to walk away from this one, guys. It is just a little bit. I mean, not one good thing though. I'm trying to look at good stuff here too. Is I don't see any signs of an accident in front. All the fender bolts look untouched. The hood bolts never look like they had a wrench on them. It's definitely got some good going for it too. Everything down here looks original. The radiator support going along the top. I mean, never any signs of having a repair or replacement done. Engine again. Yeah, let me walk away from this one. It was close. It was tempting me a little bit, but we're going to try to hopefully find something better. We got a few more to look at, so let's go find this next one. And our next one up for the day, a 2005 Ford Mustang Yellow. This thing, how could it not catch your eye? Yellow Mustang wasn't on the list, but out of the corner of my eye, I seen it, came up to it. It is a repossession from Title Max. So figured it would fit right in the list for today. Got some nice performance mods on it. Hot Wheels sticker here, which has got to be at least 2 or 3 horsepower. Ford Motorsports Mustang. So officially a Ford Motorsports Mustang with some, looks like Buick side, like the Enclave has. fender vents there for whatever reason. I mean, I think this one is a 6-cylinder too. The 4-liter, I believe this one has in it. Which surprisingly, I've been doing a lot of research on that black Ford Ranger. I have the 01. And the engine I've been looking for, they used in the Ranger from 01 to 2011. But this 4-liter will actually work too. There's some differences like the intake manifold and stuff. And that wind is kicking, so I apologize if there's any wind noise. But yeah, the engine, the long block in this is the same as the long block in the Rangers and a couple other cars. Maybe you guys knew that, but I just learned it. I thought it was pretty interesting. So I could actually find one of these and use it with my engine just to get use the parts off the Ranger I already have, if I want to do it that way. But I need some other parts, so another whole video for that. Got a nice little Mustang over rear brake light sticker there. Is that what you call that? I mean, someone loved this car, guys. Someone loved this car. Got a little dent right there. Paint really not too bad of shape. Hood, got that black performance hood with, oh, I didn't even see that. Look at that little ghosted skull there. Skull. I'm trying to say skull something, but I can't come up with the second word. So we're just going to call it a skull for now. And we got some Kumo tires on here from the 25th week of 2018. It is missing a little the rock guard on the bottom there for the rocker panel. I'm sure that was done for performance upgrading reasons, light for you know, weight reduction kind of thing. I was gonna say light reduction. But we got some, what are these, diffusers, window diffuser thing, or louver. Oh yeah, now we're getting into it. Let's check out how the performance mods flow into the inside of this car. Got a nice leather interior there. Headliner's in good shape. Seats beat up a little bit. Got a heavy smell of cheap auto perfume stuff. She's really not too bad though. It got pretty clean in here. Battery completely dead. It is an automatic, which 230,000 miles the next oil change. Do you guys see that there? Yeah, 230,000 miles, but they were getting it done at Ford, so if that says anything, guys, I would have to think probably be a little more expensive at Ford. And they got some locksmith company cars down there. Don't know if that was the person that used to own this or not, but we're gonna go ahead and check under the hood on this one. I honestly was hoping this would be a GT, and obviously, if you guys know me, seen any previous videos, hoping it would be a stick shift. So it doesn't meet either of those, so I lost interest in it real fast. But let's go ahead and see if the mods flow underneath the hood too. We got a battery that looks like it is not the correct battery for this car, from 22. We got no signs of any accidents though. Like I say, those hood bolts there, you can see, doesn't look like any wrench marks on those or any of the fender bolts. So I always like to see that. No sign of any accident. While we're in here, let's give the fluids a little quick check. Don't blow up. Not literally blow up, but blow up from the wind and come back down on my head. Oil looks pretty good. A little dirty, but about halfway up the stick there. Not too bad. Not too bad. Ford doing a good job. Let's check out the overflow tank. Yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad. She's in there. And that wind is kicking here. It keeps lifting that hood up. So before it falls on my head, we're going to go ahead and shut this one down and be on to the next one. And our next one up for today, a 2013 Acura RDX. Pretty nice looking car. I've always kind of been iffy on the front ends of these cars. They just look too much like the sedans, and I don't know, this thing here, this like beak looking thing coming down, I feel like they should have went with this around everything and just kept that like that and done the rest of this plastic part like the honeycomb style, like that's down there. But just my opinion. Obviously, I would think the people at Acura know more than me. I'm just saying. I do love this car, though. They are good-looking cars. This one is a donation from, what was the Veterans Outreach, I believe? Yeah, Veterans Outreach Donation Foundation. And they're good-looking cars. I do see you got some pretty good scratches there. Gosh, it almost looks like someone keyed it and was pissed off doing that. That's a shame. The rest of the body, though, really does not look bad. Paint looks like it's in good shape. The RDX, I think that's the little smaller one. Ooh, we got a nice little hail ding up here. A nice little hail ding up there. A couple other hail dings, and while we're up here, good time to show. It does have a sunroof. You guys that know me know that I love my sunroofs. And we got some, what is this? S Fit as Lauren tire from the 44th week of 2019. And is it a matching set? Yes, it is. And they all have pretty good tread on them from 19. So not really driven too much. Got a nice little thing right there too. The body's taking some weird hits on it, but overall I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. Paint and body, or maybe even an 8.5 out of 10. The door panel's got some nastiness on it, but would clean up good. Seat's in good shape, just needs a good cleaning. Headliner's in good shape. Give it a little sniff test. Smells good. Definitely good enough to go ahead and plop down inside of here for a second. Oil change. Last one was 142, or the next one was due 142,000 miles. Or is there a date? I'd like to see the date. Date, 15%. You guys see that? Whatever that means. So, looks like it was pretty recently done, though. You got any power at all? Of course not. What is this? Oh, there's the key for the rims. Get the rims off. Someone, ooh, I don't know what that is, but that's either like melted or some nastiness on there. And another example about steering wheels, guys. I don't know, maybe these Acuras tear up faster, or someone was just death gripping this steering wheel, which I do not get. But and it does have the owner's manual in it. That's also a good sign. Well, I am definitely interested in this one, but we gotta check out this engine first. See how these fluids look. Oh, that's not the engine. That's the gas cap. Gas cap works good. Let's get back under here, see if I can find the actual hood. There it is. Tucked away under there. We were kind of speeding through these cars today, guys. Like I said, I can't bring a jump pack out here. So when the ones don't start, I look at everything that I can. But that's the thing that takes most of the time usually, is letting them run and seeing what's going on with them. At IAA here, unless you can start it, you are only able to look at the runs and drives thing that it gives you online saying it runs and drives, or it's stationary. And then if it runs and drives, sometimes they'll give you the video of it running. A lot of times they do. Batteries from 11th week of 23. Let's check this oil out. I think this is like the Pilot, basically like the Pilot, I'm pretty sure. Oil's not too bad, right where it should be. A little dirty, but not too bad. I'm on the fence with this one, guys. I'm on the fence with this one. I think this one is a two-wheel drive, just front-wheel drive, too. Not that makes a huge difference, because it would still sell good down here. We don't get snow often, even though we got like a foot a few weeks ago. First time in 130 years, but I'm going to keep this one on the burner. You guys let me know what you think. We are going to be on to the next one. Well, before we get to the last one, which is the thumbnail for today, I was on my way over there and I seen this, and it just looked beautiful from this side. And I haven't seen any Rams. I don't think we've gotten any in the videos, none that are worth, I haven't seen any that are worth showing on video. This one, I have no idea what's going on with it. Literally just walked up to it. Probably going to be just a quick walk around. I don't know if it's wrecked on the other side or what's going on with it, but part of it that got me over here is this color. I love that gray gunmetal with the metal flake in there. I love that color. It's the same color. It's almost identical to my 300ZX color. It's just a beautiful color. And I like the Rams. They're not my favorite truck, but that's strictly a personal preference thing. Let's go ahead and see what she's looking like in here. It's got power. It looks like it's got a tuner down there too. Of course, kicked up to 5. Honestly, nice truck, 150,000 miles. 2019 Ram 3500. I think I forgot to even mention that. And it is the Cummins diesel. We gotta look under the hood. We gotta look under the hood on this one. And before we even do that, let's give it a quick walk around. Got a Toyo tire here with great tread from the 6th week of 24. So relatively new tires, about a year old, and they look like they're in great shape. Just gotta make sure. I don't know if that is live or not, but I do not want to find out. So we're gonna just be aware that that's back there. And she's in good shape. Ooh, except for this side I could see, well, yeah, yep. The paint here looks like it's been repainted and pretty poorly. And then right here, looks like they were doing some body work. And right here. Looks like that bumper took a pretty nice hit, and as heavy duty as that is to be bent like that. Ooh, look at this rim too. Wow. Oh man, what does it say on the sticker there? I didn't even look at it. Safeway Insurance out of Louisiana. So yeah, it's here for that damage, and I'm guessing that frame could even be hit. But let's we didn't even look at the under the hood yet either. Getting excited here, getting excited. Oh yeah, there she is. 6.7 turbo diesel. I don't even know if I've ever heard of one of these run, or if there was one running on the road near me. I wasn't paying attention. Let's look at that. Ooh, wow, that is a long transmission dipstick, and that fluid looks great. That almost looks like new almost. Give it a little smell. Yeah, no burnt smell at all. Not surprising. That's that was taken care of really good, and that is like a 4-foot long dipstick. Get that back in there. Gotta check this oil out too, don't we? This thing's got to be lifted. I can't even reach up there. I'm not short either. I'm about 6 foot tall, and I can't even reach that thing. We might have to not look at. Let's not bother with the. Yeah, we gotta look at the oil. Let me just climb up in here a little bit. Okay, that'll work. I'm just kneeling on the side of the tire right now. And some typical dirty diesel oil. Right where it's supposed to be. I don't know much about these 6.7s either as far as reliability, but I haven't heard anything major issues wrong with them. So I'm guessing probably like the 6.7 from Ford. You know, people were worried about it at first, especially after having the 6.0 and the 6.7 or the 6.4. But good engine, good engine. Let's see if it'll start. Oh, she sounds happy and angry at the same time. 143,000 miles. Really nice interior, but you know, guys, what kills it for me? Well, let's give it a little rev. She sounds good. Oh yeah, she sounds good. Well, she's gonna sound good for somebody else. That thing sounds like it rips, honestly. It sounds like there is some power under that pedal. But not gonna be for us, the collision stuff. I'm just trying to stay away from it unless it's something I'm very personally interested in. So we are gonna get on to the next one. And our next one up is gonna be a quick one. I actually seen this one out of the corner of my eye. It was on the watch list a few weeks ago, and I didn't even realize it came up for tomorrow, but it did. This 1994 Mercury Grand Marquis. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. It's a Title Max repossession, like a lot of these we've been looking at, but it's only got like 40-something thousand miles, which is why I had it on the watch list. Body is pretty clean. Paint, not so clean. It's got a lot of clear coat damage. I can see it looks like it was rubbing against something there. Got some Crosswind Eco Touring tires. But if you guys know these 4.6s, 40,000 miles is nothing for one of these cars. I mean, this is what the cops and taxis were of the day. This is pretty much all they used. And these things were known to go 200,000-300,000 miles of just, hard use miles. And 40,000, let's see exactly what it's got on it. 94, which is a little older. I think it was one of the first years of the 4.6 actually in the Grand Marquis. Gosh, it smells older too. It just reminds me, what is that? Is that some kind of poop down there? It looks like it could be poop. Nothing in there. Battery completely dead. 49,004 miles. And someone was obviously keeping up on the oil changes pretty decent there. Antenna button. Gosh, I wish the battery was good just so we could play with this antenna. That is so crazy to me. You raise the antenna with this button, and you gotta hold it down, put the antenna up. If you haven't seen the video, actually a very similar car to this one, which I think also had like 40,000 miles on it, was at Copart, and I had a video of it. I actually made a short of that button, putting the antenna up and down. If you guys haven't seen it, go back, take a look at it. Maybe about 10, 15 videos back. And that car, I wanted to bid on it. It was listed, this one is a non-runner. That one was listed as a runs and drives, but it had milkshake in the oil. So some kind of seal somewhere failed, even with that low miles. And being that the engine sounded fine still, but okay. Maybe we were not going to be able to get in here. Oh, there we go. All right. There she is. V8. Overhead cam. And we gotta take a look at this oil, see what the oil looks like. Oil looks so clean. And the engine looks pretty clean too. I don't know. What do you guys think? I was maybe thinking of being a gambler on this one. Let's see, when's the battery from? 1024. And I want to check out that back wheel too. I want to get to this last one of the day. It's the one I'm most excited about, so I'm kind of chomping at the bit right now to get over there. But you got a Ling Long tire back here from... I do not see a date code on it, but it's got a little bit of dry rot. This car obviously was just not driven a lot. Like I said, I am kind of considering throwing a little risky bid at this one, maybe like a $200 or $300 bid. You guys let me know what you think, and we are going to be on to this last one of the day. Well, we're on our way to this last one, and figured I'd give you a little tour of Lake IAA here in the Gulf Coast. Look at that. Wow. Talk about, I guess we got some rain the other day. Whew. I'm glad none of the cars we were trying to look at today are in that mess. It'd have to be really worth it for me to go swimming in there. All right, guys, we were on our way, but we didn't make it because we had another one, which I can't help it. When I see these cars, and I think it's something you guys would be interested in, I can't help but show you. So we got this 2014 Chevrolet Camaro out here, Title Max repossession. And the only thing I really wanted to show you was this, and just do a quick walk around. 325 horsepower. That has got to be the 6-cylinder, I'd imagine. Native Pride sticker. Runs and drives, no. And someone's done a few little mods to this one. You got some those black and red rims there. Got a little trim piece here that goes over the top. And she is actually a pretty clean car. 325 horsepower sticker on each side. Let's see. Oh, it does have power too. No, what's going on?
Hey, you look like you work here.
Oh, you got a vest on to come out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's our first time.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's cool. Did you go the office in front?
Okay, but they about to close, right? They told me 10 to 2.
That's the viewing hours. Yeah, that's the viewing hours. Yep.
Okay.
But if you're gonna count, you can come out here between 10 and 2. The auction's on Fridays.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm stopping by real quick.
Yeah.
Do you know, how do I know if it's which car going tomorrow?
Best thing to do is go on the website and you can look Gulf Coast, which is this location.
Okay.
And
They're
then
everywhere.
Well, the sale lot, the only place you can walk is like these 4 rows, and then I think there's a row back there. Okay. But they change it around all the time, so I would
make sure pick out the car first, then come look at the car.
Yeah. Make sure it's up for auction, so that way you can take a look at it. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. If you got questions, let me know.
You don't work here.
I could try. I know. I've been coming here for a few years, so I know some stuff, but. But I can, if anything, I can help you out with. Just let me know, and I'll try to give you the answer. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. No problem. 3.6 LFX, and we got extra little Camaro emblem there. Nissan of Mobile. Definitely some tasteful mods done on this one. Let's go. We gotta take a look at the inside. It'll probably be okay. It might not be so quick. We might actually let's pop the hood, see if they got anything done to this thing. I think 325 sounds like a stock V6 number for this, but I could be wrong. Really not up on those numbers too well. Okay. Oh, cold air inductions intake. Look at that. They actually kept this thing really clean. Stock suspension, it looks like. Check this oil out. Oil is, low. Very low and pretty black. So that definitely would be a little concerning to me. I'm not hugely interested in bidding on this one, but if you guys seen on the inside, I definitely just got a little bit more interested because it's listed as a no runner, which does not make me interested. But if you guys seen from that quick look, ta-da! Finally, a stick shift. Which seems like a kind of lackluster stick shift for what's supposed to be a sports car, even in the 6-cylinder version. But whatever. That's for another day. Let's see if she'll do anything. There is little oil in there, and it's listed as a non-runner, so I'm gonna guess no. But let's see. Okay, it does run, and it sounds like it's got a little bit of an exhaust leak. What year is this again? This is a 2014. Yeah, and the owner's manual is in there too. I mean, it's really not too bad of a car. I'm guessing that someone, I don't like to get things that have a lot of custom stuff done because it just narrows your market down to sell it, but someone is going to be interested in this, and it'll probably make someone a good car for a while. This intake alone, I'm guessing, is at least probably $200 or $300. So that alone is kind of a little telltale thing to me that someone obviously loved this car and put some time into it too. So we're going to call it on the Camaro, and hopefully we can make it to our last one, which is just right over there. And I don't know how this thing ended up here. It's from State Farm Insurance, but this 1979 Buick Regal is the last one up on our list for today. And it is just a cool looking, beautiful car. I see this thing when I walked in through the gate there, and it was not listed. It was not online yet or anything. It must have just got dropped off here. Kind of like we found those other two next to it in the previous videos. If you haven't seen those, go check them out. This one, I love these cars. Look at the size of those rims on there. Is this would they consider this a donk? The donk cars are, it just, ooh, I gotta be careful too. I don't know if that's on. It's probably not, but like I said in the past video, ooh, I kind of brushed against it again. Do not want to find out. We got some full, it's from the 31st week of 24, some full way tires, 255 30 24, so 24-inch rims on there. Asante 24s with, looks like this is a color match to the car. God, it is just beautiful. It is not my particular style that I would love to have, but I am definitely interested enough in this that I wouldn't mind having one if I had enough money and a place to keep them someday. Having this part of the collection to bring out every once in a while and just have some fun with it. I mean, it is just a cool looking car. Very cool looking car. And it's pretty clean underneath too. I knew this is probably going to be the thumbnail for today. So I already kind of decided that one. But if anybody knows, I'm going to do some research after this, the price of these Asante 24-inch rims, wheels, let me know. And even the tires. I mean, I can only imagine they've got to be $200-$300 a piece just for the tires. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into this thing. Definitely one of those cars that makes me wish I could talk, or it could talk, because in 1979, that was 7 years before I was born, and I would just love to know how, like, if you've owned this car, if this was your car, if you win this car, let me know, because I always like to hear stuff from anybody about any of these cars out here. But I would just love to hear this car talk and tell me what dealership it ended up at and what its first owner was like and how it ended up, you know, where it went in its life and the crazy stuff it's seen. I just love to hear that stuff. But you can only imagine. Just let your imagination run wild. This big old door has this big old door panel in pretty good shape. This reminds me of the Oldsmobile Delta 88 car that my parents had when I was born until I was about 5 years old. And I remember have vague memories of pulling on this when I was younger. Oh, look at that. Body by Fisher. So crazy. It's like time when people took a lot more pride in their stuff. Looks like the car used to be white, maybe? They did paint, I mean, obviously is not the stock color in the car, but they did paint, I was going to say pretty good, but some overspray there where they didn't get it quite right, and right there looks like it just got tore up, probably over the time after it was done and being driven. It looks like someone used this as probably a daily driver, or at the very least put some miles on it. It smells good in here. The dash is in good shape. Look at that dash, guys. Look at that. That's squared off, but they got the padding on it. Oh, even the steering wheel. So cool. So cool. 65,000 miles on the dash there, but that's from the old odometers. That's all you get is 99,000, and she rolls over. So, could have rolled over once or twice. Who knows? Let's see what we got in the... We got nothing. We got nothing in there. Let's enjoy this seat for a second. Oh my God, what a big old comfortable seat. I mean, this is it's like sitting on the couch at home, honestly. Very, very comfortable. Sink right into it kind of seat. Rear defog. Let's look. We got to go through the options this thing has as a 79. Let's see what they offered in 79. Rear defog on off. Your wipers here. You got mist by pulling it down, and then your other options to the right of it there. We got the key is in here. No way. It's got power too. We're gonna have to try to start this thing up. We need to check under the engine real quick. Before we get there, someone's obviously got the aftermarket radio, some aftermarket speakers in it. Buick Regal. Power locks. Look at those power window button, power lock. That's some options for 79, let me tell you. Let's dig in underneath the hood here. I gotta see what this thing's got in it. You guys think it's the original engine? You think it's been swapped? What do you think? Take some guesses. Take some guesses, throw some bets on it. And even the paint job, I mean, the most of the body looks pretty decent, but you could see some, I guess, I forgot what they call it, but it's like blotchy light and dark marks. You really see it in the sun. Probably wouldn't even see it so much without the sun, but that just tells me that, you know, the paint job was not done at some really high-class place. At least I don't think. If I can see the thing there to get it open is right there, but oh man, that's just 79. Gotta crank it with 79 79 durability and 79 when things were built a lot better. But unfortunately, we got some 79 shocks that aren't even hooked up to the hood, so we're gonna have to just sit here. It looks like, oh yeah, look at this. Someone built a little custom fabbed up a little piece of metal here. They put the green coolant hose on there, which I believe that's from the upgraded like police interceptor coolant hoses. Newer alternator, V8. What is that? A 4.6? What is that? That's definitely a newer engine. That's definitely the original engine. This was carbureted though, so I know is that? I don't know what engine. I know that engine because I've seen that cover before. I think it's a 3.6 or a 4.6. Got a little stuff going on over there. I'm not so pumped about starting this thing up anymore. Someone was building this for more just a comfortable show and comfort car, all show no go kind of thing. At least I would think with that. Ooh, this here too. I don't see any damage really on this though. Other than that, I don't know how. Buick Regal. Look at the emblem up there too. Oh, look at that. It's so cool. That is so cool. It is I mean, I love the look of this car. I wonder how much stress those wheels put on everything. But no rust as far as I can see either, which is a big plus for this one. Definitely a big plus. Let's get in here and let's fire it up once. We got to at least hear it run quick. And those are the people we were talking to in the last car over there. They are out here with no vests on. I'm surprised no one's come over and said anything to them yet. Normally they're pretty on top of that. But let's go ahead and see what this baby sounds like. It actually sounds pretty good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, got some nice exhaust. The exhaust sounds good. Let's see, windows work. Yep. Listen to that window too. Let's listen to the 1979 window technology for a second. Let's take a moment of silence for this. Just a beautiful thing. Really a work of art. Sounds of 1979. They should make a CD. I would listen to it. But we are gonna call it for that. Let's see if the radio works actually. It's not the original speakers or anything, so I guess it's not too interesting, but yeah, and this here, see how that's all, but it looks all original and in good shape, which is really mind-boggling to me. Let's see, does the horn work? No, we got no horn. No horn, but that steering wheel is cool. I love that steering wheel like that. And, it's got a key fob in it. Oh, the key fob works. Very interesting. Okay. If they can make a 1979 car key fob for that work, I got some off eBay the other day for my 97 Suburban, and I couldn't get the programming to work. I don't know if maybe it was an option in 97, but if they got to work in this, I could definitely get to work on that. I got to do a little more digging on that. And there's that twin turbo Viper too. Every time I see it, I just want to drive it. But let's listen. A couple more sounds in 79. Listen to that. I mean, that is just 1979 in a nutshell right there. A little bit of overspray there, as you can see too. Like I said, I could kind of see, I'm not a master body or paint guy, but I could see through some of this stuff. And, you know, someone loved this car. They definitely put some time and money into it, but they didn't go all out to like a show car, Barrett Jackson kind of show car status. So we're going to call it a day. As much as I love this thing, we're going to watch, see what it gets bid to. Maybe we'll throw some bids at it. You guys let me know if you'd like to see this on the channel, because I am definitely interested enough to where I would throw some bids at it. I just have no idea for value on this thing. Also, I have no idea why it's here. It's listed as a State Farm car. Maybe it was a theft recovery. I'm not too sure, but we're going to do a little more research. You guys let me know what you think, and we're going to call it a day and get on out of here. But before we do, and I apologize if there's any wind noise. That wind is ripping right now, but I had to show you guys this too and tell you a little story. I've told it once before on the channel in one of the videos. I can't remember which one, but right here, guys, for a lot of you probably don't know what this is here. What the heck is this little metal flap doing here? Spring-loaded flap. Well, if you pull it down there, you can see, some of you probably did know, that's where you put the gas in the car. And funny little story about this, my dad had a car back in the day, big old car. I forgot what kind of car it was, maybe a Caddy. But he said that my mom was driving it. Her and her friend were driving it up north from where they lived to go on a little trip, and she had to stop to get gas, and she couldn't figure out where the gas was. This is back probably in the 70s. She had to call my dad to figure out where the gas tank was, and he explained it to her. But he had, at the time, there were no cell phones or anything, so I had to stop at a place and find a payphone, or somebody lets you use a phone. Called my dad, figured it out. Everything worked out good, but just kind of crazy to think about things like that back in the day. But now we are going to call it a day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a wrap for today. We're going to get on out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did and you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video. If you didn't like it, comment, let me know what I can do better. If you want to see certain cars on the channel, comment, let me know what you'd like to see, because I am always looking for new stuff, and most of the time I like stuff that you guys like anyway. So definitely let me know that. We are freezing today. I hope it's going to be warmer next week. We already have a whole list made for next week, so stay tuned for that one. Until then, we're going to get on out of here. So you guys stay safe. We'll catch you in the next one.